Good day, YouTube. Today is Saturday. It's January 27th, 2018. Working on a Stepvan today again. Been out here early this morning gluing up more carpet on the ceiling. Talk about a pain in the butt. But we are making good progress and it's coming out nice. It's a little dark up here in front. I'm sorry, I got like 4 or 5 lights in here. And that's about all the light I can get. So I got... I've been doing this in steps. This morning I did the 3rd step, doing about 4 feet at a time or thereabouts. And so that's what it's taken to keep the carpet on the ceiling, is basically supporting it with a bunch of boards wedged in on top of the walls. So this has been sitting a couple hours. I'm a little gun shy to take too much off of it, but I want to get the last 4 or 5 feet done and glued up so that this has all day today to dry. You can't see anything over here. I was pushing the rear of the carpet there. But I think I'm going to push it. So I'm glued all the way up to this last board here. And I'll leave that board in. And then I'll just keep coming back and checking this and making sure nothing's fallen. But I'm trying to push it a little bit so I can get all of the ceiling glued up, and then start focusing my attention to the I want to say starboard side wall, to the right side of the interior plywood, because it's just on there with enough screws to hold it in place. So I got to come through and screw it all in place real good, and then hang the carpet on it, and it'll be so much easier than the ceiling because I could do the whole thing at once. I'm thinking I'm going to roll up the carpet and hang it from the top. I could, come through and put some staples or something in it to hold it there after I put some glue on it. And then we'll glue all the way down and then just unroll it down and, I don't know, lean some stuff up against the wall or something. If I put some boards up around there and shove the seat up against it or something to hold it, it's not going to take much. This just wants to fall off, and the carpet's fairly heavy, so it's substantial, but the walls should go easy. Cool thing is you can really feel the acoustics starting to tighten up in here, and of course that's what it's all about. I want it to look nice and acoustically be nice, kind of a sound deadening, take the echo out, and it's really coming along. I'm happy with it. So I think I'll knock my wedges out of these boards carefully, and as soon as they're available, except of course for that last one, because it'll just peel right off the ceiling. We'll keep that rest of that supported, and then we'll knock the tailgate down, start gluing the rest of the ceiling, and get the rest of this up so that it has all day and night to dry. And that's good progress, real good progress. And then we're gonna focus over on this wall. We'll get it done, all screwed down. Like to get the carpet hanging on it today, and then maybe tomorrow. Back here in this corner, hiding, is the generator. That's a 4,000 watt Honda RV generator. It's probably an early 90s model or something. I have the remote for it, if there's enough light in here to see it by. Barely. Yeah, right there. The remote to start, it's got an hour meter and whatever on it. I want to take these 2x3s tomorrow, once they come off of there, and then build a doghouse for the generator. It has to be removable because I have to get to it to service it. But I want the thing packed with insulation, a soundproof generator enclosure. It's what's needed there, and that'll be right behind this wheel well. And then on top of the wheel well, I'm starting to dream up what that should look like. I kind of want the interior of this thing to look decent, not high-end or something. I was thinking about maybe a mini fridge and a little countertop right there. Thinking about it. Thinking. Anyway, so let me get to work, and I'll check back with you shortly. Well, we got the boards removed and nothing fell off. That's a good thing. Let's pop open the door there. Read the thing. So this is a little shot from the rear there. What we need to do now, drop this carpet down. Ooh. And do the process again. So how I was doing this was basically putting a glove on and starting to wipe the glue by hand through the whole, side to side, and whatever section of the plywood I'm going to do. In this case, it'll be the rest of it. And then come back with the notch trowel and pull the trowel, kind of even the glue out a little bit. Stick the carpet up. Of course, it doesn't want to do anything because of there's really no sticky to the glue until it dries. And then we just prop it up with the board. So let's get some gloves, get all set up, and we'll get that done and get the rest of this stuff hanging. I'll take a minute and show you what I'm using for. Let me go around here, I can get a better view. Indoor-outdoor carpet adhesive. It's also good for boats, boat deck, carpet on your boat deck, and a notched trowel. It'll tell you what size notches you need on the can, and you can match that up at your local hardware store. So I've got the glue spread, and then what I call back troweled it with the notch trowel. A few bare spots, but we ain't too worried about that. And I'm ready to put this carpet up. So what I'm going to do is get on the back side of this with this 2x3, get it spread across, and get it up on top of the wall on both sides. I've cut them just a little bit short so they'll go, but you got to turn it kind of at an angle. But we'll get it squared up and we'll get it supported up in here. And then I've got, obviously more of those boards like I showed you earlier, and we'll just start stacking them up. And then once I get them all stacked up and I get the carpet all pressed into place, then I'll throw these plywood wedges that wedges this board up tight against the plywood, and we'll be good to go. So it's going to be hard to do all of this and film it, so I'll demonstrate after, and I'll catch up with you in a moment. Okay, we got it up. We got all the boards in place and my little wedges. Let me do a quick demo on my little wedges. So if you kind of pull this down, it's a lever action there, and if you insert another spacer there and then just push it on in, it really drives that board up tight to the ceiling. I'm missing one. Where am I? I got one more. One more. Guess they're all in use. Well, let's just use a knife then. Anything will work. Okay, so got all the wedges in there, got everything up tight, and so we'll come back and just by hand every half hour, 15 minutes, half hour, and then about every hour, just make sure everything is up against the glue so that it dries well, and it all sticks all the way to the edge. I'm finding this isn't that big a deal. Just a quick press up there. A little trickier at the end where this is actually loose. Sorry about tracking you here. So I think I'll go find some more boards to maybe pry this down and stick underneath there, make it wider or something. I got a bunch of scrap plywood around here, just want to put it to use, make sure everything's good to go, but that's going to take care of the carpet on the ceiling. So woohoo. So it was certainly a daunting task, but it looks great. I kind of like the color. I obviously have to cut my vents in. They're easy to find. I like the way it feels in here acoustically. yeah, it'll keep it warm and quiet and aesthetically pleasing. So I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna start moving things away from this wall, start drawing my lines where all my studs are, and start the process of drilling and screwing the rest of this wall down. I have to make that piece yet, and then we'll think about carpeting that wall. So check back with you shortly. Well guys, what do you think? I got the carpet all in. I pulled all the wood braces out. Why? Because I needed them to build my doghouse. I had one left over, so that worked out pretty good. No bubbles, no lines. It all looks real good. We're happy. I just kind of let it roll into the rear there. I think that'll work out just fine. Let's look at it from the other direction. Look at there. Very nice. And I did get all of this wood on the right side, passenger side, all screwed down. So I'm ready to put carpet on it tomorrow. I decided to stop and build the doghouse. The cover for the generator. The idea is to now cut some plywood that fits the exoskeleton frame, and then in the center portion of the plywood attach insulation. I'll see what I have left, but if I have to go buy some, I'll probably buy 2-inch or as thick as I can get, and make it fit fairly tight in there. And then it'll just be like 4 screws or something, so I could lift the panel off. Same with the front panel. Make it the plywood the size of the exterior skeleton, and then cut the 2-inch styrofoam to fit tight. And then the end can be permanent. I mean, I'm just going to screw it in anyway. I could always take it back out. And then same with this end. And again, try to fit the styrofoam pretty tight. So that went pretty well, I guess. It was kind of weird how I kind of built it, but I really wanted to brace it so that it could take quite a little bit of weight down on it, because I'll probably simply stack speakers and stuff on them and put some tie downs on the wall, so it'll support some weight, be all tied down so nothing falls over, and that's good. So I think I'm going to try to keep the videos just a little bit shorter, so we're going to end this here, and then tomorrow I'll resume carpeting that wall. That should go pretty well if no interruptions occur. I'll tidy that wall up, and maybe we'll look at building some permanent mounts for that van seat to mount permanently on the floor, and maybe cut some plywood or something for that wheel well right there. Get it covered. It's ugly. Get it covered, and I was thinking about putting, something there, just like a little cabinet or something, just to spruce things up a little bit in here. Not that I don't need the space for storage and stuff, but I did want to put just a little bit of niceness in here, kind of like this cabinet here. Okay, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing. If you could hit the thumbs up, that'd be great, because it helps me out. It doesn't cost you a dime. Just hit the thumbs up button, and it lets YouTube know that y'all are watching and you like what you're seeing, and then they'll have me continue. Thank you guys. See you soon.